This is the Zach Ansbury Show.
Welcome. Today's podcast clip comes from an interview with Simona Bronzi from RAA. So you're growing up and you thought you wanted to be in the health field, and then you got a job in the health field, and then you realized, not for me. This is a bit icky. I don't really want my hands to be around people's mouths, which, we've all been to the dentist. It could be bloody, could be a lot of saliva. You're like, nah, not for me. So you get up, you pack your car, you go live with your sister. Within a week, you work for a finance place, but then you work in marketing. Was it kind of, I don't know, serendipitous? Like you got offered a role there and you thought, that sounds like fun, or?
Yeah, it was one of my sister's friends who sort of reached out to me. I actually organised my sister's hens night, and my sister's friend was like, "You did a really good job of that, and you're really good under pressure. I think you should come and work for me." So that's how I got my first marketing job. It was completely off the cuff, just someone that I knew. And I had no idea that it would be such a passion of mine. It clicked what I wanted to do. And I never really had a doubt from then on what it was. And I stayed in Queensland for 2 years. There was a boy that I stayed up there for. And I sort of worked a few hospitality jobs here and there, just trying to get another marketing job on the coast. But it was really competitive job market. I didn't have a degree. I'd just worked that one job. So after another year, I sort of realized, well, I've got to go to uni, and I was really missing my family and friends by this point. So I made the decision to move back to Adelaide. Then I just started uni, and I started studying at Flinders University in 2016. And I, for the first time, just really excelled at what I was studying and found what I was passionate about, and worked lots of hospitality jobs in between marketing gigs. I did heaps of volunteering at uni, but we can kind of go back more into that. I feel like I'm doing all the talking.
No, that's all right. I mean, people are not interested in me. Everyone's here to tune in for you.
But yeah, so that was sort of moving back to Adelaide, making the decision to study, moving back home for a little bit, which was like really good starting out at uni. And then I got really involved in student associations at uni and did a lot of marketing within that. So I built a website and designed a logo and designed all the pub quill shirts, and that was all self-taught skills, which was just really a great opportunity to learn without the pressure of being employed and stuffing it up. And then I sort of worked on a couple of things with the university as well, like helping them out with campaigns. They got students quite involved. And then I started working for GPEX, which is a GP training organisation. So I did a marketing sort of internship, but it sort of turned into a bit more than that because I had a bit more experience. And then after I did that, I got my job at RAA without sort of looking for that. They just sort of approached me on LinkedIn and said, "Hey, are you interested in this role?" And it was quite funny because I was at the time doing a topic in professional development for marketing. My lecturer at the time was just banging on about how good LinkedIn was for getting employed. And then I said to her, "Look, I got employed from LinkedIn," and then I was a poster child from then on, from LinkedIn being a good way to market yourself. But it really worked.
Was that professional in development? Was that the course run by Kathy Newen, or was it one at Flinders?
No, it was one at Flinders.
Okay, yeah, because I just had someone who did a master's by research with us, Chris. So he just walked past my office today. He graduated, which was good to see, and he decided not to pursue, a PhD, and decided industry was more for him, which is totally normal. Like we don't have everyone who does a master's by research continue in academia. We do have a lot of people who then go into industry. And he was saying he found looking for jobs on places like Seek to be basically null and void. You know, you wouldn't get an interview, you wouldn't get replies often. And as soon as he switched his strategy towards reaching out to basically the decision makers directly on LinkedIn or going to networking events and speaking to people, they were by far the best ways in order to find, you know, connections. And then he had multiple meetings, multiple coffee arrangements. People were very receptive, but that sort of coldness, I suppose, and that disconnect with Seek just didn't work for him. And it seems to be exactly the way for you as well.
Yeah, definitely. I got my job in 2018, and it was a bit of a whirlwind because I was like, well, I'm halfway through my degree and now I'm going to be working full time. So.
Oh, wow, that's incredible. So you managed to get a full-time job as a marketing coordinator while you were halfway through your degree. That's incredible.
Yeah. And it was like, I'm still grateful to my manager for giving me a shot. Because I had a couple of years in marketing by this point. I forgot to mention I also worked for a small startup company in app development for a bit on the Sunshine Coast. So yeah, I've done like so many different bits and pieces. I honestly forget half of the things I've done because I think by the time I was 21, I had at least 12 jobs, which is crazy. So yeah, I had like a couple of years of experience and I was able to talk about the things that I'd done at uni as well and sort of show that I'm really committed to growing. And my manager saw that and gave me a shot and sort of said, well, as long as you finish your degree, like we're going to have you on board. So then I started my first semester working at RAA. I was doing full-time uni and working 4 days a week. And I would not recommend that to anyone. That was very stressful. And then I dropped down to 2 topics at uni and I went full-time at RAA. So I only just finished in November last year. So 4.5 years to finish a 3-year degree, but
congratulations.
Hey guys, it's Zach Ainsbury here with just a couple of quick reminders. If you've enjoyed today's podcast, then make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. There are plenty more interviews to come with some of the world's leading marketing academics and practitioners. You do not want to miss these. In the meantime, if you're looking for another way to connect, then follow me on Twitter at Zach Ainsbury. That is ZACANESBURY for my take on the marketing issues of the day.